Good afternoon, Speed Gaming, and welcome to the Battle for Hyrule. I managed to raid in, and I was like, oh wait, my favorite person is doing commentary, so I should come harass him and watch AdirondackRick and AlmightyBobino do their no up and A race. I'm joining tonight by Captain Green 7 for commentary, and Trenton is doing our setup in the background. How are you doing today, Captain Green 7?
Doing well, thank you. Looking forward to this race. People might know both these runners from the rando tournament that's been happening recently, but they're also both accomplished runners, and looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Oh yeah, this should be pretty good. I mean, they are way better at this video game than I have to be. That is for sure. I think I would maybe get into a count and be like 1, ouch, 0.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. This is definitely a thing where you want to get hit as little as possible, even more so than in rando, because counts are critically important throughout this entire run.
They really are. You don't want to have to go fishing for bombs on the overworld.
So we see a route divergence immediately here. Rick is going 3 first. 3 first is the faster route, but is also the more difficult route, as you're going to have a couple of very difficult bosses coming up in both levels 3 and 4. While Bobino is heading to 2 first, and 2 first is slower, but it's also a lot nicer to start with, because 2 is probably the easiest dungeon, even more so than 1. And you can get some nice resources in there to get started, especially leaving there with a whole bunch of bombs.
Now, I know that there are oh, really good block clip there. So clean from Rick. Now, I know there are manipulations in that you can use heading into 3 to kind of guarantee your first bomb drop.
There are. I don't believe either runner uses them. I don't myself. It's definitely a lot to learn, and it's very hard to pull off in a race, because it's a lot nicer and you can reset. As you see there, Rick, that if you clear that room, you're guaranteed a bomb drop, so you're never going to be completely stuck at a level 3 in first place.
Okay. All right, it looks like Bombino has made it into level 2. He's going to take out the ropes. He's in the Crescent Moon, which we know from the vanilla shapes. I like knowing what the dungeons look like. You know, this is kind of helpful.
Yep.
Oh, really good
great
room from Rick.
there.
All right, now that was really clean, and he's going to pick up his raft here.
Yep, so Raft will get him into level 4 next. Whereas Bobino will be able to skip the item in 2 because it is just a magical boomerang, which is definitely not useful in 8% no pay.
Yeah, I don't really see it being helpful in a speedrun, ever.
Not only that, but it's surprisingly difficult to get because you'd have to defeat a bunch of blue Gurias on the only wood sword 3 hearts.
Oh, yeah, no, that just sounds bad. Oh, nice fairy there for Bombino. He's going to get a health refill and be able to take out this room on beams, which is pretty handy.
So Rick now coming up on one of the most difficult parts of this entire run, which is Manhandla. That's because even if you're very smart about where you place the bomb, he can control you, and there's not really much you can do about it.
Now, Rick is using pause strats as well to try to get... Oh, good job, Rick.
Nice. That's always good to see.
All right, we've got our first Triforce at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the game. Sorry, old habit.
Drop, so going into 4 with 5 bombs is nice, and Bobino gets good to Dongo and leaving 2 with 8 bombs. So great start for both runners here.
This is pretty good. Let's see what happens. Now, Rick having picked up the raft, he's headed over to 4. And where does Bombino go from here?
So Bobino is most likely going to be getting the white sword from here. You can pick up a heart at Heart Rock up above here. And then he'll be heading to level 1, I believe, next.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, is he going to pick up... I know at some point you're going to need arrows and bait. Is he going to pick up any of the secrets while he's up in this corner? Or is that usually only what you would do in the 3 first speedrun?
Yeah, so you see he picked up the Armos one there. I think maybe he'll get the one in the forest later on, whereas Rick will be getting the one in the northeast. And they'll be doing their shopping before level 7.
Alright, meanwhile, Rick is inside the little snake of level 4.
So the level itself here is not too terrible. The room coming up after this one is the most difficult time-wise of trying to do it fast, where you're going to want to have bombs available if possible for the light bikes. The big challenge of level 4, though, is having to do a two-headed Gleeok on only wood sword 4 hearts. So that's another reason why 2 first is the friendlier route to do for races.
It's because you'll have white sword and a bit more health by the time you get there.
Yep.
Makes sense. All right, looks like
Otherwise,
Bombino
the Gleeok
is...
we're going to see is going to take 16 hits. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a lot of hits. All right, here comes the spice rack for Rick. Bombino is incredibly rich and can now buy a candle, bait, and air. Oh no, you don't buy. Do you buy the candle in this one?
Depends on the route. I don't quite remember on 2 first. I believe he might go ahead and just purchase it right up here right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a really long time since I've looked at a 2 first route. All right, Rick is setting up a ladder clip in the dark.
I did get hit in that room. Ideally, you want to carry your count through here. It's not a problem because you can get 6 keys in this room not too terribly because you want to be able to force Envirers in the room right before Gleeok, so that you have plenty of bombs coming out of this level. I believe his count is 7 at this point, so if he manages to get 3 with a bomb, he's in good shape.
Hey, there we go. All right, I've been playing randomizer too long. I heard the roar and I went, wait, we're not a 9.
Yeah, vanilla bosses all do the roar themselves as well. Bobino picking up his white sword as Rick is doing the Gleeok fight.
All right, now that's a very nice damage upgrade there for Bombino, especially when he gets around to this level 4. But Rick does a great job of taking out the Gleeok, and he's going to get his Triforce and be out of 4.
Very clean, and that's exactly the kind of start you want to have on the 3 first route, because the next 2 levels are much nicer compared to what you've just done. So, fantastic start for Rick.
See, I feel like I need to put my my Fred vanilla ice cream emote in chat right now. All right,
so both runners, I
Bombino.
believe, are heading to the same level now, level 1, just going in different orders. Bobino will be a little bit better equipped, but there's not too much combat in here, so not a problem for either runner.
Okay, this is kind of interesting that this is like where the route converges, kind of, for a moment, and then they're gonna end up separating again, though.
Yep.
Oh,
I
that's
believe
it.
it'll
Ooh.
truly converge until level 7.
Okay. And then does that leave 8 as last for both of the routes?
Yes, 7, 6, 8 should be the last for both routes.
It's pretty cool. Alright, now we're just looking for the bow. I don't think we really care about much else here in level 1.
You're just looking to move cleanly, get hit as low as possible. Because the other thing with the vanilla speedrun is that you'll notice when you pick up a Triforce, how long it takes before the curtain closes and you actually get out of the dungeon depends on how many hearts you have to refill. So it's in your best interest to always take as little damage as possible, not just for count purposes, but also time purposes. Because even if you get damage boosted forward by like a keys or something, that's still a net negative time loss. So ideally, in the easier levels like this one, you just want to be as clean as possible so that you're not taking any damage here and there.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, both of our runners have picked up the bow.
So Rick a little bit ahead, going to fight the boss of level 1, which is an Aquamentus. Not a whole lot of challenge there for either runner, especially when you've just done a Gleeok. Just
Yeah,
bomb,
no.
sword, and you're good.
And you get a heart on the way through, so this is even better. Alright, Rick's gonna get through just a little bit faster than AlmightyBobino, but he's had no problem with the Aquamentus himself. He's gonna get his Triforce, and then I don't know where we're going.
So Rick most likely is going to level 2 next. if he's playing what the most popular route is right now, you basically have an option between 2 and 5. And especially at this level of resources, 2 is the most likely place to go first. And
Okay.
Bobino, meanwhile, will be now heading to do his level 3.
Okay, and then probably picking up 4 after that?
Yes.
Because we're kind of in the right... I mean, I would imagine. I'm probably wrong because I don't do vanilla, but you know. You guys have a level of patience and perfection that I am not going to achieve in this game.
Rick picking up an extra secret here. I'll be interested to see what it goes next, because this is usually on by first route. So it looks like he's doing double hundo here, which will be going to level 5 before level 2. And that was one of the more popular routes prior to the modified command and phone route. And it's still a very good race route. It gives you plenty of money for arrows later if you need it. And if you're comfortable going into level 5 with fewer heart, it's definitely a good route to choose.
Alright, we're gonna... Oh, was he setting up for a hug clip? I thought for a minute, because he paused on the ladder. I was like, oh, are we gonna
Looked like
go...
it. Maybe thought that of it. It's faster if you're a task, but you have to be, like, first try as a human to try and make it faster than just walking.
So, as a vanilla runner, is there ever a time you just kind of give up on the clip?
Yes. If you get frustrated and you're like failing it repeatedly, then you might as well just walk at that point so you don't get even more frustrated.
Okay. Oh, this is a really pretty color on Rick's screen. Alright, AlmightyBobino is going to be working his way here through 3.
So Rick is heading now to the recorder room, sometimes called the room of requirements, sometimes called Olive Garden by Arcus, and takes an unfortunate hit right there. And because of that, he's gonna stop off in this room, sometimes called the penalty box, to build up his count, because he's gonna have to fight a whole bunch of blue darknets with nothing but a wood sword, and you want to, if possible, be able to force a bomb in there so that you can try and bomb the entire room. But not only is it faster, it's safer, because you're doing 4 points of damage for every hit instead of just 1 on the wood sword.
Okay.
See, it's a good force there, good damage there.
Now, do you have to worry about having bombs when you leave this room? Or like a certain amount?
It wouldn't hurt to have a couple if you want to force under the dongos, but on this route, because you're going to 2 next, it's not as hard of a requirement as it is if you're doing 2 first. Bobino into the manhandle fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
Picks it up on the second bomb, and that's exactly what you want to see. So both runners having nice manhandle fights.
Alright, he's got his raft, he's got his Triforce, he's leaving 3. Rick's gonna pick up Jess Andy 8's favorite item in the recorder. I can almost imagine Jess sitting in traffic with this on her phone, doing the recorder toots.
Rick is a little bit low on health. He can take 1 bop from a Blue Dark Knight or a Gibdo, and there's quite a few of those still on the way. But it is definitely a little scary coming through here on only 2.5 hearts.
Here's more money for AlmightyBobino.
Yeah, so Bobino is going to be picking up the blue ring, I think, because that's why you want to max out money here, and that will make the rest of the run safer, and it's a nice thing to have. It can also speed you up, because not only does it make it safer, but it makes it less bad to take damage as you go through various rooms.
Okay, I mean, I am always for making it a little less easy to die in this video game.
Yes, for sure. So the blue ring makes you take half damage, so he's essentially doubled his health at this point, which is pretty amazing.
Alright, Rick is only, I think, a couple of rooms. Ooh.
Ooh, he was having I was about to curse him because I said he was having a very clean back half of 5 until then.
Yeah,
so now the very scary thing is not to get hit by a fireball here, because not only do you have to deal with a big dogger, but you've got 4 turrets shooting at you.
Alright, Spiky, behave. Oh, good job, Rick.
Well done.
Alright, he's gonna get the recorder ready. Where is he gonna be recording to?
I believe he'll be going to record it to 3, and that will allow him to pick up the 100 secret in the forest, do the world wrap, and make his way back to 2 that way. So he's gonna... There's a bunch of stuff he needs on the overworld. 4 it is, I guess.
Okay.
It's been quite a while since I've done 5 before, too. So I might not remember exactly, but...
Oh, no worries. I mean, you still know better than I do, so we're good.
Yeah.
Alright,
He's going somewhere
AlmightyBobino.
over here in the forest.
Bambino's fire's all split on him, unfortunately, in 4. Alright, now he's about to get his... It was the ladder in 4. Alright, Bambino's got his ladder. He's just gonna go finish up, grab his Triforce out of this little snake of 4. Now, Rick's gonna grab the heart out of the taking off the coast, right?
Yes.
Bobino's setting up that ladder clip in the dark, which is seriously impressive since I can't even do the regular ladder clip.
And I must point out, Rick's taking a bit of a different route, and that's what confused me a bit too, because I feel like normally you grab the 100 secret first, and but we'll see as it goes along.
Now, is Rick gonna skip the white sword completely?
Yes. Route Cycle 3 first, skip the white sword, because as you can see, he's just 2 away from magical sword.
Okay.
And so the heart out of 2 and the heart out of 7, and then he's going to be set to pick that up right before 6, which is very time efficient.
Okay.
Bino with a great up fight over there. Almost full health leaving 4. Nice refill.
Hey, we get the master enemy.
Yeah, that's a great room to try and get some bombs for. Level 2 is usually a good place to get bombs before level 7. Sometimes they control you and just no one will drop, but you at least guarantee the static drop at the very end of the level.
Okay. And we get a force off of the land Moldorms.
Yeah, so level 2 is like deceptively difficult in the speedrun because it's very easy, as you can see combat-wise, but it's possible to lose a ton of time in here, based on patterns and where things are going. So you're pretty much never going to die, but you could lose like 20 seconds if things go wrong.
Okay. Now, Bombino, is he buying bait? I know he's getting the money to buy the bait, because he's got to go into 7, and you need that to get to the Triforce.
Right. Yeah, so we're stocking up on money now, but we'll be doing the shopping a little bit later.
Alright, we're back at 4 for Rick. Manages to not get Slamoot, which I imagine would be really upsetting in a race like this. Now he's going to be picking up, I think this is bait, right?
Yep.
So here I have a question for you. Why do you record her before going in?
So it does a few things. Number one, it times out the Arma spawn, so you can see it wakes up right away. Number two, it makes the merchant spawn quicker. Because that merchant is one of those ones where you also see in rando sometimes where you enter a cave and there's just a cloud for like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it actually times out that cloud. Then it'll also put your recorder on the count where you want to be later. So it gets one whistle out of the way when you want it, when you're leaving 7 and doing the recorder.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
So Rick entering 7 here, and this is a difficult dungeon in terms of dodging because there's going to be boomerangs flying all over the place in every single room, and it's easy to eat tons of chip damage along the way. He also, I think, is going to need to grab the red candle out of here, and 5 before 2 red candle is another route I'm particularly familiar with, but it doesn't look like he's actually purchased a candle yet. So probably need to
Yeah, I don't remember seeing him grab one. So, I think Bombino... Did Bombino, though?
I believe so.
So Bombino won't have to go anywhere as far in 7 as Rick will to get the red candle.
Yeah, so the red candle is actually right along the way, but it's just an extra staircase you need to dip into.
Okay, Bombino's gonna head into 5. Rick's gonna pay the hungry gorilla.
And as you see, Rick's already taken a bunch of that chip damage I've mentioned, because it is so hard to come through here clean, especially in a race setting.
I mean,
He's got to be really careful now.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, 2.5
scary
hearts.
moments.
Alright, there comes the candle. Bombino trying to clip into the diamond staircase in 5, but the dark nuts are being jerks.
Yeah, this is probably the second scariest clip in the game, only behind the reverse clip in level 9.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that one. Totally. I've watched you do it enough, I think.
Rick doing some nice pause strats to get through the Guria room, and hopefully this Dig Dogger will drop some health for him.
Okay, he's gonna take out one of the dig puppers and then just reset the room. Almighty Bambino is working on bombing away to his recorder.
You can see this is definitely one of the rooms where having the white sword helps a lot.
Oh yeah, this is going. He's gonna have 4 bombs leaving. Well, 3 bombs leaving the room, but it's taking a lot less stabbing to kill all the dark nuts. And that blue ring, he's just, you know, not as worried about damage.
Yes.
Alright. Rick's got his candle. He's headed back towards... Oh, good clock. He's gonna get his Triforce here. Very, very agreed, Rick. 7 is not being kind.
Okay, 1 heart is all you need to finish with.
Okay, true.
So yeah, Rick navigates his way through 7, and there were some scary moments in there for sure, but he comes out no deaths, so that's great.
Yeah,
He also comes out with a bomb, and that's all you need for level 6 to start, and that'll prevent him having to fight what's known as the Gleeok of Shame, where you have to do an extra Gleeok fight in several extra rooms if you don't have a bomb entering level 6, and the Wizromes aren't nice enough to drop you one.
That is my new favorite enemy name of all time. Gleeok of Shame. Alright, Bombino's almost done with 5. Rick's gonna go pick up mags. Yay! Now Rick can stab things faster, which is amazing.
Very critical for the next level, because For anyone who's played this game casually, I know when I went through this the first time, this is where combat really starts to get real, and it's one of those places where you can get stuck in here. It's not uncommon to see someone take 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 deaths just in this level on their first playthrough of this game. Because this is our first level we're going to see here with Wizrobes.
Yay! It's Wizrobes! Oddly enough, the orange rooms, the orange wizard rooms, I think I'd be fine with. It's just once you start getting anywhere near the blues.
Yeah, it's a particularly brutal combat here, or brutal combination here of orange, blue, and bubbles all in the same room.
Oh no, that's just terrible. As Bombino's going to grab his Triforce out of 5. Now, is he going to be headed to 7?
Yes.
Oh, really good room from Rick there.
Fantastic room. That's a great first magical breakfast there.
Wait, we're hobbits? Because if it's the first magical breakfast, that means there's a second magical breakfast.
Yep, indeed. So unlucky on the bomb drop so far.
Alright, so we're going to see Bombino pick up his bait and his arrows, I believe.
Rick is just making these breakfast rooms look easy. Flying through this one as well, not taking any damage. It's textbook how you want to be going through these.
Alright, Bombino's doing his shopping, and he's going to be headed through 7. Really nice room there.
That's about as good as a 6 as you can ask for execution-wise. It's just some unfortunate RNG there where he didn't get a second bomb drop to lead there with 8 bombs.
Now, is he going to have to go fishing, or...?
Not yet. He has enough to do 8, but you ideally want to have a whole bunch going into 9.
Alright, Bombino's headed into 7 himself.
And so Bobino's going to be the same thing, where there's going to be boomerangs flying everywhere. It's going to be a little bit better because he has the blue ring, but it's still something you just want to be careful of, where you're not just taking too much damage everywhere.
Alright, game. Let's have a bomb drop for Rick. Now, what's the easiest place in level 8 to get bombs?
There's a transition room between the 2 lagoons where you can fish a little bit on Gibdos and Orange Dark Nuts. And beyond that, you either have to clear a room, it's the staircase, head towards the boss, or you can also clear Patra 1 in level 9. That's another option.
Okay.
So as Bobina's feeding the Hungry Gorilla, Rick is making this Blue Lagoon look easy.
Yeah,
this is definitely not easy because you got turrets shooting at you everywhere, and those Dark Nuts will do 2 parts of damage every time you touch them.
Well, I mean, that's all the more reason to just murder him and not have to deal with him.
Yes. Second Lagoon is more difficult because the turrets are standing right where you kind of want to be standing, but Rick does a good job there. Bobino's doing a great job making his way through 7. You can see he's still nearly full health.
Hey, bombs!
Nice. Bobino's going to go ahead and clear this room, it looks like, to... No. There is a static bomb drop there if you clear the entire room. Doesn't need it, and gets onto the Dig Dogger.
Hi, Gleok. We have a much better sword since the last time we saw you.
Indeed. Rick kind of just melts the Gleok, and that was a very good level 8 as well. Rick is having a great last third of the game here so far.
Yeah, here we go. Bombino is almost to where he needs to be to get out of this 7. Oh no. Oh good, it was the last one. He did get a clock, but thankfully he'd already killed all of the grabby hands.
Rick doing the smart thing here and going ahead and grabbing the potion south of level 1.
Okay.
And when you have a nice lead, it's a good thing to do just to make sure things don't go crazy in level 9. Because if you take a duck in level 9, it's really difficult, because then you have to start from the very beginning on just 3 hearts. So this helps prevent the sort of cycle of despair that can go on there, where you're just like dying over and over and having to start 3 hearts, and it gets pretty ugly.
Okay. All right. Bombino's gets Triforce out of 7. Now he still has to get through 8.
Yeah, still level 6 first, and then level 8, so he's a couple levels behind at this point.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot
But
about
he
6 for a
is-
minute.
Yeah, he is fully equipped, though, so nothing more to do on the overworld.
Well, I mean, he's about to pick up his magical sword. He's got 1 extra heart than Rick and a blue ring, so... Things are about to die as Rick is going to enter level 9. See, I've been playing the randomizer so long, I was like, wait, we should do the spiel, but we don't have to do the spiel.
Although it is largely the same. Rick is looking for Ganon, but knows where to find him, looking for Zelda right after, and knows where to find her. So it's the same idea, but just everything's in the place you expect it to be.
Oh, stupid bats.
In terms of randomizer, this would be one of the trolliest level 9s ever, with silvers buried behind staircases.
With Patras. Because this is where you hit your reverse clip into the staircase with the Patra, I believe. Hey, good job.
Patra one skip there without damage. As Bobino is heading to his first magical breakfast. 2 tough combat rooms side by side here. Both runners doing a really good job. Bobino heading to Magical Breakfast 2. As
Alright.
Rick is going to be heading towards the silvers, having to skip this Patra first.
Oh, get out of the way, Patra.
At this point, he probably just needs to clear it, yeah.
I was about to ask him, like, when do you make that decision? Like, is it just when you miss the first time, or...?
When he's then just starts standing right in the middle of that stairway, it's best just to clear it, because there's no telling how long you're going to have to wait for him to move.
Okay.
You know, having a great level 6.
Yeah, he's just about out of here.
So Rick has no bombs to spare for combat here, so he's going to have to use Magical Sword only, because you need 2 bombs to finish the rest of this level.
Ooh. Let's see if the bubbles will... Nope. Alright, he's gonna clear the room, get through the staircase. We're gonna see the double... Oh, nope, we're gonna walk.
You know,
As...
on the 1 cycle, grabs his Triforce out of 6, and is going to be heading over to level 8 now.
Alright, Rick's gonna get silver arrows. We're, you know, on our way. Good reverse clip for Rick to get back into the diamond staircase. Now, do you think Rick is going to, because it's either you kill the Patra fast or you kill it slow? The one right before Ganon.
Slow is probably the right answer here, because if he's watching the stream, he knows he has a sizable lead, and his heart count currently is not safe to do fast Patra. It's possible, but it would be... the risk is not worth the reward.
Okay.
Great trap room there, no damage, as Bobino's making good work of Blue Lagoon 1 right now.
Oh yeah, the floor. Like, I have to say though, I think the floor is about my least favorite enemy in the entire video game. Rick's got a potion at the ready.
You know, heading into Blue Lagoon number 2 here. And just standing in the center there and stabbing like crazy is a great way to get a bunch of damage in a hurry. As Rick's taking on the final Patra here.
Alright, good job, Rick.
Rick confident he's not going to get Ganon hugged. He is in danger, but switches to the silvers.
I mean, you know what? Go for it. Oh, jeez. I feel like I would want to be hitting select swap right now myself. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I'd be potioning here on 1 heart, especially. I would potion
Oh,
at
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Just to
Like,
safe,
before you
but-
go in the room, just be like, here, let's refill everything.
Yeah, just to take out that anything that could go wrong there. But he's in good shape now.
Bombino's got his tray 4 out of 8. And we have bacon. Alright, guys, let's get some GG's in chat for AdirondackRick finishing with a time of 35:04.
Rick had some very solid levels there at the end.
Yeah, that 6 was
6
really
in particular,
nice.
he was blazing, yeah.
Alright, Bombino is headed in the direction of level 9. He's got every heart in the game, which would make Chesterk very, very happy.
Yes.
I mean, he's also got that blue ring, which is, you gotta worry a little bit less about the Patras in 9, trying to get around them if you have twice as many hearts as all of them in the game.
Yeah, it does definitely make this level nicer.
I don't know that the words nice and level 9 should ever be in the same sentence.
Probably not, which is why you stick the "er" on the end of it.
Hey, Rick, GG's.
Thank you. That was a little more chaotic on Ganon than I had wanted it to be.
Well, I mean, after that 6, the game had to do something to throw you a little bit of a curveball.
Between 6 and 8, those were the best 6 and 8s that I've seen or have had in quite a long time. I've struggled, and that's part why my strategy before 9 was to get that potion. Plus, I knew Bobino was well enough behind that I could spare the time.
Yeah, it's kind of fun when you guys do the vanilla tournaments to actually be able to see the runners talking in chat, or like you guys have awareness of what's going on, because it's a vanilla speed run, so you can watch your opponent if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And yeah,
Petra.
that 6
Oh.
was great. I was coming at the time. Like, both of your magical breakfast rooms are textbook. I mean, no damage, just flying through them. That was a fantastic 6 for sure.
Getting that heart off the whiz rope definitely helped before that, which allowed me to do the beam sword strats for MB1. I love that.
Yes.
All right, Bombino is through the first staircase.
Very nice next room there. So, Rick, did you consider potioning before going into Ganon? Because I was worried I might have cursed you when I mentioned that you're boldly going in there in Hyrule driver range.
Yeah, I knew I was in Hyrule driver range. It was just I wanted to see if I could get him initially, but when I whiffed, that's when I knew, okay, I guess we're gonna have to do this at some point. And then I lost the heart, and it was like, okay, yep, now we do it before we go back to start.
Yes.
All right, Bombino's having a little bit of trouble lining up this clip. There we go.
But
Good
you're
job.
playing very nice for him, though.
Yeah, your Patra was not as kind, Rick.
Yeah, nice little rejection out of the staircase, but I was a little too hesitant getting in there, so I was at the wrong place where I needed to be for that.
I mean, I would have probably run screaming from the room, so you definitely did better than I did. Would.
Well, at that point, it's like, okay, we're just gonna have to clear you out so you don't cause me any troubles.
All right, good job from Bambino clearing the Wizrobe room. He's gonna pick up his silver arrows. So are you guys doing more than one race today, or?
No, this is because this is the premier bracket. This is single match.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just saw when I rated over, I was like, oh look, Captain Green's doing comms.
Something interesting here is that Bobino might actually be on PB pace here. I don't have his splits up, but if his speedrun.com time is correct, I believe he has a 41.11 in this category. So this has been a very solid run for him.
Yeah,
Nice.
let's get him to the finish line. Yeah, I know there's no way I'm coming close to my 31:48. I'm way too out of practice for that at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to shake Rust off of this game. It takes a lot of time if you want to.
Yeah, that's why I'm the number 2 seed in the Premier bracket as opposed to getting into the Champions brackets, because the rush definitely showed in the 3 qualifiers.
Now, Bambino does not have, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think he has a potion, but it's definitely doable still from here.
Yeah.
So going into the final Patrify here, just 2.5 hearts, scary, but
All right.
take it slow from here probably.
Oh yeah, just be careful.
Yeah, this is, especially when you're on like a good PB pace or in a race, this is one of the scariest fights in the entire game. If it's a bad run, it's not so much, but it's definitely a very nervy fight when you're on any kind of good pace or trying to finish a no reset run.
All right, get him, Bambino. You can do this. You just gotta get this unlocked. Oh. Alright, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for AlmightyBobino.
Bobino does throw in the towel there, but that was a great run. I mean, it was a very good time. Yeah.
There were a lot of really good rooms, I think, on both sides for this race today.
We'll see if we can get Bobino in to talk about it. But Rick, you're going to be facing Y. Colin in the next round, it looks like, one of our Japanese runners.
Yeah, I got to check out their last race, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I know my time tonight of 35:04 beat what they got the back on the other night, like I think it was Friday night or Saturday, one of those 2 days. I know it beats that time, but I know also that I'm going to have to make sure that I don't have a level 9 the way I did on the back half there.
Welcome and GG's, Bambino.
Hey. GG, Rick.
GG's, Bobino. I was hoping you'd finish the deal and get that PB.
Oh, it was so close. I was full grip on the controller through 9.
That third required Wizrobe room really just sacked a lot of health out of you.
Oh man, and I had done so well with all the Wizrobes in the whole run, and then that last Wizrobe room was like, no, we're taking our tax.
Did you know you were on pace at that point?
Yeah, I have my timer up just out of habit.
So nerves then.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Been there, done that, wrote the book, died to Brown Gannon.
Oh yeah.
On PB pace.
Oh no, that's the worst.
That was 2015. How to remove a PB from your record.
But I appreciate you making time to race with me. Definitely a lot of fun, and good luck with the rest of this bracket.
Hey, keep at this game here, and
I love it.
you're gonna crush it and get sub 40 before you know it.
That's what I'm hoping. I always sign up for these tournaments. I was saying this the other day when I finished racing Yumi. I always sign up for these tournaments, never expecting to win, but always to motivate myself to go in and kind of force my hand. Like, I gotta race. I gotta do runs because there's a race. So I can't talk myself out of it when I have a commitment.
I mean, from my side, it was kind of fun to see the two different routes in the same race.
Yeah, two first is fun. Like, I know I'm gonna have to lose it eventually once I want to get below like 39, but it's fun.
And then
It's
Rick,
so much nicer to get started.
And then Rick, you kind of changed yours up a little bit there.
Yeah,
least I think.
my initial route is more similar to what the old world record route was if you had to go double 100 before things like the root quarter and things kind of took place.
Yeah, I saw that, and you threw me off a little bit when you got the Northeast Secret and didn't buy a candle. I'm not too familiar with 5 before 2 red candle.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was kind of like getting to see the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I that's the other thing I love about this is just seeing the different takes on all the routes. And when I stop dying to the boss in 4, then I'll be able to go 3 first and either steal from Rick or JSR or Green Mario and see where it's going.
Yeah, that is one of the hardest things about the 3 first route. I know a lot of people talk about the Manhandla and the RNG with that, and that is difficult, but 16 Wood Sword Gleeok, 2-headed there with 16 hits with only 4 hearts, can be a slog.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Every time I've been, I sprinkle in some 3 first when I'm doing runs, and I get out of 3 no problem. It's Gleeok in 4 that gives me a headache.
Honestly, and I will state this: the thing that made me better with regards to Gleeok, at least the 2-headed ones, randomizer and understanding the U shape.
Yep, randomizer helped me a lot because I got behind in a lot of races because of a Gleeok. So randomizer's been helping me force my hand to practice those.
So you're not always going to find yourself with a pretty scenario where you're going to have 8 hearts and a white sword in order to tackle that Gleeok. And I'm like, I think between that and understanding also the other big thing is understanding how the fireballs spawn. How you can't have more than one on the screen at one time, so try to get it so it goes towards the diagonal. It definitely helps out.
Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. I am headed out though. Thank you so much for calling the race, Rick. Thank you for making the time for me, and good luck.
Absolutely, GG's to you, and keep at it.
Thank you. I will.
All right, guys. But yeah, big thanks to our runners today. And of course to CG7 for allowing me to jump into his booth and do commentary with him.
Yeah, I appreciate you joining me, and hope you had fun with the Common Vanilla race.
Well, I mean, I was still lost half the time, so it felt like a randomizer. Because, I mean, I other than watching you a couple of times, I don't know a whole heck of a lot about the vanilla routes.
Yeah, it's a randomizer but a very, very trolly seed.
I remember playing, I think, a seed of the week that made it be vanilla 9, and I don't remember raging as much at any 9 than that one. Because I didn't realize it at all. I was just like, oh, this is like the worst 9 ever, and why can't this? Da, 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 da. And I take all these staircases to get over here, and I couldn't imagine doing that in like the tiny amount of time that you guys managed to. But anyway,
definitely helps when you know where you're going. But yeah.
But anyway, guys, hopefully everybody has a great night. And yeah, we'll catch you later for some more Zelda.
Thank you. Have a good night as well.